What's going on, everybody? I've been staying at Movie John's and Rousey Ronda's for a little about a week, maybe a week. It's almost been a week because I'm staying for Christmas. And we've been watching Rocky. We've been having a marathon of Rocky. Now, I kind of fell asleep during the last one, the part 3. I was just tired though, but Rousey's never seen them all, so we decided to, have a marathon. And if you've been subscribed since last year to me, you would have seen my story time on when I was a boxer and how I got hurt and why I can't fight anymore. That video has since been deleted because I don't remember why I deleted it. I think I didn't like it or whatever, but when I did that video, I didn't have the video of the first time I got knocked out. But I do now, so I wanted to do another video and share it and tell the story again of when I was a boxer if nobody had seen the last video that I did last year, and I've got way more subscribers since then, so I'm going to do a story time on when I was a boxer. Almost 4 years ago, I started boxing and I was in really good shape, and I started boxing because I really liked it. Me and my friends, we just started, fighting each other, to start off with, and then I got a trainer and started, going with it. And I had this one guy, it was just in my backyard with some built ring. It wasn't nothing like professional, or it wasn't a cheat professional fight or a promoted fight. It was just me and my buddy in the backyard, and we were fighting, just basically sparring. But that is the time I got my first loss. I was 13-0, I was feeling really good, and he wanted to come over and spar, so he came over, we started sparring, and one punch knocked me out cold. We went maybe about 3 rounds, I think, and he hit me with this, and it knocked me out, and I fell over onto the ring, and I broke the ring. It's just, you'll see in the video, but here is the video of me getting knocked out. God. Now that was just the first time that I had my loss. After that, my brain got rattled because I got hit really weirdly. I don't know what happened, but I got my brain rattled, and when I hit the ground, I also hit my head. So that was like an add-on to what happened. So then I stopped fighting, and about maybe 2 months later, I started at a wrestling school because I wanted to start wrestling, and a local wrestling promotion was starting in my hometown that I was at, and I got in for free because I knew the guy or whatever, and he started to train me to be a wrestler. And I was there a couple days training and helping them out, taking the ring apart, putting it back up, all that good stuff. And I got my brain rattled again, and this time I hit my head on the mat. And if you've never felt a wrestling ring mat, it is like wood. It's pretty much like cement. You're just smacking it. There's just a little bit of padding on it. And when I got my brain rattled again, I lost my memory for 24 hours. And I didn't know who nobody was. I didn't know who my daughter was. I didn't know who my girlfriend at the time, who that was. I didn't know who my mom was. Nobody. I had no clue who anybody was. 24 hours, but I didn't go to the hospital. Instead, I waited it out. Now, my stepdad and my mom, they wanted to take me to the hospital, but after they explained, what was going on or whatever, I didn't want to go. Not a big fan of hospitals. I should have went, but I didn't. Okay, so after that, I started sparring as just MMA fighting type thing. I started sparring with a couple of my buddies, and I got to the point where if I'd get hit the tiniest bit or whatever, like in my jaw or whatever, or hit my head on the ground or the mat, whatever it was, and I only did this a couple times until I realized I couldn't do it, sparring, MMA style, and then I went to the doctor, and because something was really wrong. I knew something was really wrong. It takes an awful lot for me to go to the hospital because I don't like the hospital, and I knew something was really wrong, and I knew I had to go. So I went to the hospital, got a CT scan or whatever, and a bunch of more tests, blood work done, all that thing. Pretty much, long story short, the doctors told me that I could probably never fight again because I was training to have my next fight in like 3 months after I got hurt from wrestling school. 3 months or a couple months after or whatever. I think it was about 4 or 5 actually. And I was training for that fight because it was big, it was promoted, it was going to be huge, and I was fighting my best friend at the time, and I really wanted to do it. I was really into it, and I had a bunch of people supporting me or whatever. Really wanted to do it. Long story short, the doctor told me that I will probably never be able to fight again. I could fight again, but he wouldn't recommend it. Um, Basically, I'll never be medically cleared to fight a fight ever again. Basically, maybe, unless I get some kind of surgery done or whatever that might change it. I don't know. But he told me that if I got hit wrong in my head one more time, that I could be paralyzed, or I would go brain dead. And that really hit me hard because I did love boxing. It started to be a big part of my life, and I loved it. I loved fighting and training, and everybody I met doing the stuff. And I loved the wrestling school. They helped me with my training with boxing and everything. I loved it, and I had to give it up, and it really sucks. Right now, I have a lot more problems than I used to have when I was boxing. Medical problems or whatever. It's a long story about that too. That's a whole nother different video. But I have a lot of medical history, and I would love to fight again. I would in a heartbeat. But basically, I can fight. I can fight, but I'll never be medically cleared to fight. So if I did fight, I'd be taking a really big risk, and I could become brain dead or be paralyzed. And I'd love to fight again, and I thought about it for months and months and months. And I'd love to fight right now. There's a fight in, there's a big promotion in June that I got offered to fight at, and I would love to do that, but I don't know if I could. I don't even know if I could train anymore. My body's so messed up with all the medical problems I have, but I would love to try, and if I decide to do it or whatever, I'll make sure to try to get medically cleared before I do that. If not, if I can't get medically cleared, I probably won't, because that's just not a smart idea. But I got offered to go last May. I got offered this fight in June, and watching Rocky, made me think about boxing again and miss it again because I love boxing. That's pretty much my story. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel, like it, and leave me a comment. There's Living with Movie John is just about over again. This third season, there's only 5 in each season now. Season 2 had 5 of them in it, and season 3 is going to have 5 of them in it. And then I don't know if I'm going to do a season 4. They're not doing so good this season. The first one did great. The second and third one didn't do as good, but I'm going to do one for Christmas and another one, later on or whatever. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.